Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got in a scope to take a look at. This one's coming from TechHunters and the model is the Pro Max. This scope is a 1-6x28 second focal plane LPVO that's coming in at less than $90. So stick around if you want to learn about it. I'll do a real quick unboxing. We'll go over all the features and specifications. We'll get it mounted to something, get out to the range, do a little bit of testing with it, and then give some thoughts on it. All right, let's get this out of the box and see how it's packaged and what all we get with it. So super thick foam here. Looks like we are going to have a mount right up on top. Get that out of there. Looks like we got the scope. Maybe a lens cleaning cloth. I'll pull all the stuff out and show you everything. All right, so there's everything out of the box. You're gonna get a cantilever scope, a CR2032 battery, a couple of tools. I know one's for mounting, the other one I'm not quite sure yet. It might be to like maybe reset our turrets to 0. A lens cleaning cloth, manual, scope, and then there are some flip up lens covers. All right, I'll give you guys a few close-ups before we go over all the details. I know this is constructed out of aluminum. It has this anodization on it, which makes it a little more durable, helps protect the finish. It's in a matte black, which actually looks really nice. It is supposed to be waterproof. I don't know exactly what IPX level though. Also shock proof, fog proof. As far as dimensions, we're looking at about 10 3/4 inches. You throw the lens covers on, you're closer to 11, and this does have a 34 millimeter diameter tube on it. Let's check the weight on it. We're at 23.7 ounces, which is 1 pound, 7.7 ounces. All right, so again, this is a 1-6x28. The 1-6 is our magnification, basically how much we're going to be able to zoom in. So there is a throw lever on this, and this is removable. If you don't want it, you can just unscrew that and take that off. But let's see how smooth this is. Not bad. There's a little bit of grit to it. But again, this is less than $90. Overall, not too bad. And then that 28 is the size of our objective lens down here, so it's 28 millimeters. This does have a diopter adjustment here. Let's check that. A little bit tight. This is used to basically like focus in on whatever your target is. Like let's say you're looking through and there's just a little bit of blurriness, like if you've ever used binoculars before. So this is just the adjustment for that. Kind of moving on down. Again, a 34 millimeter tube on this one. We have our windage and elevation adjustments or turrets here. They have caps on them. That's actually really smooth. Looks like our MOA is a 1/2 per click. Those clicks are very palpable, very audible. And I mentioned earlier in the video that these might have resettable turrets, and they do. That's what the other little Allen key in there is for. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube kind of explaining it. But basically, you can reset this for whatever yardage you zero it in at. So let's just say I zero this at 100 yards. And then, you know, a month or a year later, I'm shooting at a different distance. And when I get done, I can basically loosen this up and then reset this back to my 100 so I don't have to re-zero it again there. This is also going to have an illuminated reticle, and it looks like we have 11 brightness settings. Also has these flip up lens caps or lens covers. This part here is kind of like a kind of thicker rubber, and then it's a plastic on the end here, but they actually come up pretty well. Try to show you guys what that reticle looks like. Again, this is a second focal plane, so basically as you zoom in and out, your reticle does not change. I threw that battery in to show you guys what the illuminated reticle looks like and how much of it's actually lit up. But as you can see, this gets very, very bright. Try to give you guys some idea of what it looks like actually looking through the scope. I'm clearly holding it. It's not attached to any rifle or anything. That tree that's kind of in the middle right back there, that's about 100 yards away from me right now. And this is what we're looking like on the 1x magnification. That is the same tree on 3x magnification. And here we are at 6x magnification. The eye relief on this is about 3.5 inches. I'm going to work on getting this scope mounted next. I just wanted to show you guys this cantilever mount that they included is actually really, really nice. It tells you up on top that those screws should be down to 25 inch-pounds, and the ones that actually mount onto your Picatinny rail should be 65 inch-pounds. They actually sent me another mount, but I think it's the exact same one that they already included with it. Everything to me looks exactly the same, but you can buy these mounts separate if you already have a scope and you want a nice cantilever mount. Alright guys, out at the range this morning with that TechHunters 1-6x28 scope. I'm going to get it sighted in, probably put 100 rounds or so total through it. Make sure that it holds 0 and that there aren't any other issues with it. This will maybe give you guys an idea of kind of what I'm seeing here. I'm only at 50 yards right now, but so what do I think about this TechHunters 1-6x28? I absolutely love it and would definitely recommend it. I honestly don't know how they're making the scope and selling it for $90. In my opinion, it really competes with a lot of $300 and $400 scopes. The build quality on this is superb. Everything about it feels premium. This has some of the clearest glass that I've ever seen on a scope. They're using 9 layers of anti-reflective coating on the glass or the lens itself to allow for more light transmission, plus that 34mm tube. It's great. You get a really good field of view. There's no like fish eye or like edge distortion or anything like that. It is super clear. I did find out that the waterproof rating on this is IPX7, and then the recoil rating is 1200 Gs. So you should be able to put this on any caliber rifle that you want. Another thing that I like is that they include that cantilever mount, and it's a really nice one. It's 6061 aluminum. It's been pocketed, to save weight on it. But yeah, it's super nice. Those are probably $30, $40. Which basically brings the scope down to $50 or $60. I just don't know how they're doing it. They also include those lens covers, which a lot of other companies don't, so I appreciate that. And I also like the fact that if you don't want to run that throw lever, you can remove that. So probably 5 or 6 months ago, I reviewed almost the exact same scope from TechHunters, and I gave this one a really good review. Really didn't have anything real negative to say about it. This new one is better in every single way, and I believe it's even cheaper than what this original model was. And I honestly don't have any complaints with this updated version here either. I think it's fantastic. So hopefully TechHunters is able to keep these in stock on Amazon, and hopefully the price is able to stay somewhere around $90, because I believe it's an absolute steal at that price. Even if they can't, I would still recommend this at $150 or $175. I think it's great. Another thing right now, you see how it says 2 free bonus items when you buy that? Well, they're including 2 sets of splatter targets with that. So again, you get all of that for $90. So yeah, if these are in stock, I would definitely tell you guys to jump on it. You get free prime shipping with it as well, and they have free 30-day return if for some reason you don't like it, but I'm pretty confident that you will. And I will leave that Amazon link down in the video description in case you guys want to find out more information on the scope, read some of the other reviews, or if you want to pick one up. But alright guys, if you found the video helpful or informative in any way, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And that's going to be it on this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.